Welcome to today's episode of Afro Scientific Spirituality. My name is Ife West. If you are watching this channel for the first time, you are highly welcome. This is a place where we separate the facts from the fiction, the science from the superstitions, and of course the concept from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, I will be talking about the difference between an amulet and a talisman, and the benefits of such objects or items. When you come to the area of African spirituality, you're going to notice the presence of a lot of these items or objects that people call amulets, or people call them talisman. We basically call them shams. These are things that people wore on their body. They can be necklace, they can be bracelets, they can be just something that just tie to the body, bangles, waist belts, different kind of items, jewelry items or clothing items for different reasons. We have this in bountiful quantities in Africa. So in African spirituality, you're going to see this a lot. And it is very common, not only in African spirituality, in all spiritual cultures of the world. You will see this in Hinduism, you will see this in Buddhism, you will even see this in the Abrahamic religions, Christianity, Islam, Judaism. They all have millions of amulets and talismans. So the question I'll be asking is that why do people wear these things? And what is the work of these things? Are they actually working? And why is this thing actually existing? What are the benefits of this? What is the purpose? These are questions we need to ask, hard questions. If we want to really understand African spirituality, we need to know all these things. So today, let's talk about talisman. What is the difference between a talisman and a amulet? Okay. If you say we should check the dictionary definition, a talisman is something that is supposed to attract a particular benefit to the wearer. So it's an item that is believed or thought to have magical powers or spiritual powers in it, that when the wearer wears this item, it can be able to do one or two things that ordinarily they will not be able to do before, or it will give them extra power to do some kind of things. We have talisman for protection, talisman for avoiding danger, talisman for favor, talisman for doing different things. We also have amulets. Amulets are supposed to also do exactly the same thing. In the area of amulets, you don't need to kind of invoke any spirits. You just get the natural element. It can be precious stone, it can be herbs. You just get them and you just start wearing them. Okay, maybe you want to associate yourself or your spirit with a particular quality of a particular element. You just go and get that element and start attaching it to your body. We have this saying that if leaf too take for soap, it go turn to soap. Or anything that you kind of bring into your personal space, we kind of bond with you and resonate with you. As a result of which your body will start vibrating on the same energetic frequency with that substance, with that precious stone or that herb, so that you can utilize the quality of that thing. Let's say, for instance, you want prosperity. You will find a precious stone that resonates with that quality. Maybe it can be gold, it can be pyrite, it can be a green emerald, something that attracts wealth and prosperity. Then you start wearing that precious stone on you so that it will be drawing prosperity to you. This is the purpose of the amulet. Maybe you want protection from negative entities or energies. You might get something like a black obsidian, black stone, or you can get something like cowries or some seashells. You gather them, you mix them together, put it in a pouch and start wearing it. The essence is that any negative energy around you or within you, it will be sucking them and neutralizing them. Okay, let's say you want to have a clear mind or clear head, or you just want to have peace. You can get a precious stone like quartz. Then you start wearing the quartz. It can be a necklace form. You start wearing your quartz necklace. It will give you that air of peace, of tranquility, so that you always be calm and you will not be disturbed by circumstances in your environment. So this is the essence of the amulets. Amulets are usually made of natural elements. We get the herbs, we get different kind of woods and stuff, and we mix them together, put it in pouches, or you can be able to infuse it into a precious metal like bronze or silver or gold. Then you start wearing them. Whatever combination you would do, there are techniques for putting this into objects that we wear them, and you just go about with them. You can wear them as bangles, you can wear them as necklace, you can wear them as ring, head jar, earrings, anyhow you want to fit them to your body, or even waist belt, and you use them like that. So for these cases of amulets, spirits or no deities are actually invoked into those objects. Okay, they are just natural. So this is one of the main difference. But in the case of a talisman is supposed to be very, very powerful. Talismans are more custom made. They are made for different things. Talismans are much more advanced. In the area of talisman, you actually have to attach a spirit to that object. Okay, so you can attach a spirit or a force to that object, and the object becomes very, very alive. You can use that object too for protection. You can use it for favor. You can use it for love, for whatever you want. You can use it for attack and defense. So talismans are much more powerful in this regard. Okay, this is the major difference. You will find the use of talisman and amulets heavily in African spirituality. The name we call both of them are shams. In Africa, and especially in Nigeria, we call all of them sham. Whether it's talisman or amulet, people don't even want to know. If they see you wearing some strange object, they will suspect it instantly to be something. So they don't even want to know part two. They will just say it's jazz. We use the word jazz. That is the pidgin lingo we use for calling all these names in Nigeria. We call them jazz. We call them shams. Okay, so once we just see anything in this regard, they will just say it is jazz. They don't want to care if it is talisman or if it is amulets. They will just say na jazz with that. They don't want to know the part two, whether it's natural or you attach somebody. A lot of people are scared of this kind of stuff. They don't even want to touch it. Most times when you wear this, just by even wearing simple cowries, people step away from you on the street in Nigeria. You walk in, they see you putting on cowries. People are afraid, especially these Christian and Nicopomps. They will just start stepping away. Anything traditional for them is evil. Anything traditional is jazz, is demonic. This is what they have been brainwashed to believe. Even wearing ankh, wearing simple ankh, they will say you are in the secret society, you are Illuminati. For just ankh, or they see anything with eye and triangle, they start saying you are a member of a secret society. This stuff, you're going to find them a lot in Africa spirituality, and these objects they are very interesting objects. Some of them have a lot of history behind them. Some of them have a lot of power. Some of them have different works they do, and it is part of our study to learn how to make these items, to understand these items, and to also to preserve the culture and the technology of these items. One reason why these items are usually made in African spirituality is that it is one way of preserving your secrets in African spirituality. Let's say you are a spiritualist now, you know how to do spells and stuff. You cannot be telling your secret to everybody, or you will be out of business very, very quickly. Even this one I'm doing on this channel itself, quite naturally, I'm not supposed to be doing it. But I know that there's a serious problem out here. A lot of people are infiltrating African spirituality, are just doing nonsense, spoiling it for everybody. So I need to come outside to be able to try to create some sanity in this thing and try to teach what I believe is the right way to go. Normally, we don't tell this to everybody. We don't discuss how to do spells to people to get it for free, because if you tell people this secret, nobody's going to patronize you, nobody's going to buy your spell, nobody's going to pay you money. This is a big problem. So one way that African people have been using to preserve their secrets is to do these spells into amulets, into talisman, and then they sell it. So you're going to see this a lot when instead of you as a spiritualist telling the person the secret, and once he knows the secret, it is gone, he can no longer contact you, you will be out of business. You simply do the spell into an amulet, or you do the spell into a talisman, then you sell it. That way the person does not know the secret, and it also works for the person as well. So this is a good way of preserving the secrets of your spells and protecting your practice. Every business, every art have their own secrets. In law, in banking, in production of anything, you must have trade secrets. Okay, if you don't have trade secrets, you cannot survive. In African spirituality, we also need to have trade secrets, and this is part of the trade secret. You must protect your spells. Not every spell you will tell people. Even me, not every spell I can put on this channel. That's why I need to have a school. I hide a lot of stuff there, so I cannot tell you everything. So this is one way of doing it that is very, very effective. You put it in an item, and then you sell the item. So it's very good for business. It protects your secret in the long term, and it is good for everybody. It's a win-win situation. Besides, some of these spells might be dangerous. You tell somebody, the person might use it to do something evil. He can reverse engineer it or use it to do something very bad. So you have to protect it. Okay, so it's a good way of protecting African spirituality secrets. That's why I support it. Another good thing it does is that there are some spells that you just want to use it for temporary time. You don't really want to band with the spell, especially in the area of talisman. There are some spirits you don't want to put them into you. You want it to be separate from you, so you put it in an object. In this way, you can easily discard of it when you don't want to use it anymore. Maybe you pass through some difficult time, you need something for protection or something to help you get something. You get this talisman. After you have gotten what you want, you can throw it away, you can lock it up, you can give it to somebody else, or you can bury it. But if you put that spell inside you, it becomes permanent, it becomes part of you. You can't take it away, you have to die with it. Some people don't want this kind of long-term commitment, because some of these spells or this spirit might be very, very active. There have been cases whereby people do some kind of spell, the spirits start disturbing their personal life, interacting with them, telling them what to do, trying to force them to do things they are not supposed to do. Some people don't want this. Some people want their peace of mind. So they don't want to attach themselves too much. So a talisman is good for this kind of situation. You just put it in an object, and after you finish with what you are doing, you return the object, or you bury it, or you throw it away, and the case is closed. So it's very good for this kind of things if you don't want long-term commitment, or you don't really want to go deep, or you don't want to attach yourself too much. A talisman is good for this kind of things. But if you are fully committed to the path, you really want to incorporate that spirit into you, you don't need talisman. You just do the spell. You can make it by insertion, by cutting insertions in your skin, then putting it inside, by also drinking the spell, by also eating it, by also bathing with it. You absorb the energy of the whole things. It's more powerful than putting it in a talisman. Besides, when you use talisman, disadvantage again, you can lose it. Maybe you have some powerful, expensive talisman, you can lose it easily, and you don't get to see it. But if it's inside you, it's already part of you, so you cannot lose it. Another way, again, talismans, they can fade, especially when they are objects or amulets. You need to be charging them constantly. The talisman, you need to be doing things, charging it. It can be charging it by animal sacrifice. It can be by doing something right from time to time. Amulets too, you have these precious stones and these symbols. There are some symbols you need to be meditating to constantly to recharge it. If you don't do all these things, they will fade. Some of them, you put them in the wrong place. Maybe you allow some impurities to touch them. It can be oil, it can be some substance, even ordinary salt water or rainwater can even destroy some of these talisman. If you carry this thing and you went under the rain, the power of the rain will neutralize some of this stuff. Okay, so there are some talisman you will do that will tell you that don't take it as if there is rain, it will go bad. Don't cross under a certain line, especially line that people are sunning clothes, where people are sunning paint and this. Don't cross under any washing line. Don't do some certain things. Don't eat certain kind of food. Don't go to certain places. There are some of these things that if you break any of the laws, it will fade. So people have a lot of regulations on this very stuff. Okay, so this is the reason why people do talisman. If you don't want to get too much attached, you don't want to fuse or band with that deity, you can decide to get a talisman, or you can decide to get an amulet. This is the main reason. Okay, so it's something that is very interesting. When you come to the area of African spirituality, first thing you're going to see is a lot of talisman. We have millions of these objects, different types for different purposes. You see them every day. A lot of people buy these items. A lot of people actually carry them with them, and some of them are very, very active. Some of them are just props. Some of them are powerful. Some of them, you get these items, they start speaking to you, interacting with you. You can bring some of these items into your house. You will be having prodigized activities, and some of them are good items for collection and something to actually do research on. So we have this. We have a lot of our talisman. We have them in museums. You're going to find a lot of them in museums. You're going to find a lot of them in different spiritual houses, and these items can be created very easily as well. So they are very interesting items, and this is the main reason we use them in African spirituality, to protect our trade secrets, and also not to get too close to some certain kind of deities. We put them in objects. Okay, so this is what you're going to find with this. There are also some situations whereby this object can be swallowed. You can see cases whereby some talisman can be done as a ring form. So instead of you wearing the ring in your hand, you can also swallow that ring. It can be stones, can even be coins. People swallow them. The essence is that you are going to deposit the spiritual essence into your body, so it becomes part of you. Okay, so what happens during that situation is that you swallow it. It is going to kind of disappear into your spiritual body. Then you poop the physical ring out. There have been cases of people swallowing small tortoise, swallowing live animals like snake. People swallow frog or swallow lizard, depending on the kind of spell. People do all these things. Okay, these are very powerful spells, very, very powerful spells. People can swallow a whole egg, stuff like this. A lot of stuff happens in African spirituality, and it's the way it is done. Okay, these are very powerful spells that will grant you, that will allow you to band with the spirit or with the spell permanently, so that it cannot be taken from you, and nothing can be able to break that band. So we also have this situation in African spirituality. Okay, so this is what I have for you today on this topic. Questions or comments are welcome. Like and share this video. Subscribe to the channel. Please hit the notification bell close to the subscribe button, so you will be the first to get my videos and my write-ups as soon as I post them. Then if you are interested in learning about African spirituality, how to do talisman spells and a lot of other stuff, my website is here, River of Knowledge. It's a very deep website. We have a lot of powerful spells and knowledge you can actually learn, powerful spells and stuff you can actually learn that will benefit you in so many ways. You can register at the site and contact me. I will introduce the program to you so that you will know exactly what you are getting into. I will explain it to you, and within 6 months you are going to be a master of African spiritual practices, and you can start taking benefits of this knowledge. Then also too, my book here is on quantum physics and African spirituality. For those people that want to know the scientific connection between African spirituality and quantum physics, this book will give you a very, very solid foundation, and you're going to understand so many things, and it will help you in so many ways to give you a good grounding. It's a pure Afrocentric book, so you will learn about quantum physics from a pure African perspective. Okay, then if you want to do your spell work, you are in need of somebody to help you do some certain spells: love spell, breakup, exit, sparks, open doors for prosperity, and other stuff as well. My number is on the screen. Hit me out on WhatsApp. You want to do your tarot reading, oracle reading, you can also hit me up as well. I will be in touch with you. So with that being said, I thank you very much for watching this video, and I'm very delighted, and of course I'll be seeing you in the next video as usual. So take care and bye. Peace.